YouTube, what is going on, guys? And today I'm bringing you a brand new video. I didn't think I was going to be making this video, but let me go ahead and get on into it. Basically I'm talking about this. This was announced earlier today, the PS4 Pro, aka PlayStation Neo, but it's now been confirmed as a PlayStation Pro. And I'm going to go ahead and bitch here. I don't want this to come off as I'm siding with Xbox or anything, because you guys know I play a lot on an Xbox, and I really own a PlayStation to play its exclusives and all that. I'm not saying that. If the Xbox looks as dumb as this piece of shit, I'm going to give it shit. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into it. First off, the controller, it just has a light right here. And yeah, and then I think these D-pad buttons are going to be, a little bit, I believe spread apart more and bigger, and I'm pretty sure that's it for the controller. But let me go ahead and talk about this for a second. It literally looks like someone was trying to fucking get a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and already had two pieces of bread out, one with jelly, but had an extra piece out, and just fucking pushed that shit together and made a triple decker. I don't know. But it just, the design looks ugly. So here's what I can get from this, alright? Right here is where the disk drive is going to be. This is basically a normal PS4 right here, alright? This is basically the PS4 now, not the PS4 Slim, because it's not called that. But this is basically the new PS4. And I'm not going to talk about that. Basically, then all your processing power is going to be coming right here. And this next half right here on top, that's where your entire power is going to be, is right here. And I just hate it. The design looks ugly. It looks so big and bulky. I just hate the design. I really fucking hate the design. It just looks terrible. And I'm going to go ahead and get into the gameplay now and talk about what its features are and all that. Alrighty, guys, let's go ahead and get into it. So, first off, let's go ahead and talk about its main features and what this will hold. Alright, so basically it's going to have 4K support for streaming and all that shit. And it will support, I believe, some games. But let's go ahead and talk about the one downside to this system, and maybe it could even hurt Sony in the long run. It is not going to support 4K Blu-ray disc. And if you are, I know my brother at least, he has a PS3 for the Blu-ray aspect, and so he can, and as a bonus, he can play some games on it that he enjoyed, like Twisted Metal and Ratchet and Clank. And so this hurts Sony, in my opinion. And here's what I'm getting out of this, is that from the sounds of it, it seems like you're not gonna really be able to play 4K games on it, which will massively hurt this console. Trust me on that. It just isn't gonna turn out well. It's gonna hurt the console substantially, because that just is a terrible move. Why are you buying something that you're not gonna even be able to play 4K disc on? This was supposed to be the next evolution in consoles, and it's already off to a bad start. Alright, now back to some positives. High dynamic range. Now, I'm not an expert when it comes to high dynamic range, and nor do I really claim to be. But what I can say is, to me, what high dynamic range is that it's going to look a lot prettier. Basically, it's going to look, shit's going to look further, it's going to add a lot more depth. And as well as it will add, basically the sun, it's going to be a lot better for lighting. A lot of lighting for basically any racing game, sports game, that sort of fun stuff. And even though some of you guys, I imagine, aren't the biggest sports games fans, this is good news for at least racing games fans, and I enjoy racing games, so. But Yeah. And so this is a good aspect, but again, all PS4 now will have high dynamic range and a software patch coming sometime next week, which is very cool. And again, what's the point so far to upgrade to PlayStation 4? Neo. So HD TVs now. Basically, now this is where, again, with another pro comes another con. Alright, so basically there will be exclusive features that will be better for the PlayStation Neo. So when I say exclusive, I don't want to get the idea that you can only do it. Basically, there's going to be better looking shit and some things that are going to be better to do on the PlayStation 4 Neo. So instead of, like, you know how developers will say better with Kinect, or I know that's a high lie, but better with PlayStation. Best way to play is on PlayStation. Yeah. So basically now they're gonna have that for the PlayStation 4 Neo, like I 100% fully expected. Oh shit! I got an upgrade. Actually, I need this.
Dante.
So, with all this being said now, as we'll go, so now, this is again a con. There has not been one single positive here that has gone well without there being a con. And again, I don't want it to make it seem like I'm shitting on this console, but Sony has really shot themselves in the foot on this.
Quite simple, Dante. Survive and you get an...
At least in my opinion.
Which basically means I get to gouge your brains out myself. Fail, and both you and that...
And if Microsoft has a conference like this, I'm going to be bored out of my mind. And the last thing is that PlayStation VR will be better on this, which of course is very granted. So this is very bad. Oh, fuck. Alright, anyway. So, with the PlayStation VR, you naturally expect it to be better with the PlayStation VR, and I'm 100% okay with this because it's just a natural, at least in my opinion, evolution of consoles. For whatever good there will always be bad. But in this case, there really isn't. It's just PlayStation VR is better on this. But now to my main point about the HD TV. If they're making so many different versions of games for the PlayStation VR original, which is happening, and then they gotta make it the 1080p version, then they gotta make the PlayStation 4 Neo version. It's gonna just end badly for gamers. And there's no good that will come out of this, guys. There will literally be nothing to be good that will come out of this. Not a single positive. Not one single positive right now I can be said. Besides, it's gonna be pretty. Are you guys gonna upgrade to $400 to make things look pretty? If that's the case, why not buy a PC? For the price that you would be paying right now, if you were to get the PS4 and the Xbox One, let's say you did both, alright? So you're $800 and now you're gonna pay another. You'd be $16. You could buy a badass PC, and if you built it yourself, you could maybe even get a VR headset on top of it. So this is just bad. Alright, anyway, back to the original point that I was making, is that this is not good, and I don't want to make it come off that I'm like anti-Sony or anything, but it just is a dumb idea, and it's not helping. If you're gonna make the game suffer all around, just look at Final Fantasy 15, it's gonna have if it had the PS4 Pro version, the Project Scorpio version, the Xbox One original version, and the PS4 original version. Do you know how much dev team support that's going to have? Instead of we could have one healthy ecosystem.
What's the hurry?
And not make these games less and less shitty.
You're in suffering of that little brat. Oh, don't worry. Once Mundus is done with her, she won't feel a thing. Nothing. At all.
It just isn't a good ecosystem for the consoles, guys. And again, it's your money. Do whatever you want with it, guys. I'm just letting you know all the details. Like I said, go over the pros and cons one more time. It can do 4K, but it can't do 4K. 4K Blu-ray disc. So from the sounds of that, you can't buy a 4K Blu-ray game. So that's awesome. High dynamic range, which is coming to every PlayStation 4. HD TV, there's more exclusive features, and now you're going to get so many different versions of the game that the game might suffer. And then the PSVR, which is great, but you have to pay $500 for that. So what does that get us? And it just isn't good for the console ecosystem, if I say so myself. It's just like with Apple. Today, they announced a new iPhone 7. The base model is $700. Why would you pay $700? You really not have anything else to spend $700 on. But whatever. It's their money. They can do whatever they want with it. And the same goes for the PlayStation 4 Neo. You guys can spend where's your money went on. I gave my opinion on the system. I do not plan on buying one, especially if Microsoft plans on doing the same thing. Guys, this system, in my opinion, is not that great, but I don't want it to seem like I'm just trashing this system for the sake of trashing it. Hey, it's your guys' money. Do whatever you guys want with it. And, you know, hey, if you hate me, tell me you hate me down in the comments below. Tell me how much you want me to kill myself because I'm an Xbox fanboy. Do whatever you want. And if you guys like this video, hit the like button and share it so we continue to grow the channel. And yeah, if you guys did enjoy it, hit that. If you guys really enjoyed it, it would mean the world to me if you guys hit that subscribe button. And if you even made it to the end of the video, I just want to thank you long enough that you guys sit through this video. It does mean the world to me that anyone really even watches the stuff that I make on this. And yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, hit that like button, do all that YouTube stuff I just previously said, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See you guys in the next video, guys. Peace out.